Tonight, the Wapakoneta Redskins open up the postseason with a Division II sectional matchup with the Napoleon Wildcats. Stay tuned after the break for the Game Face Ohio pregame show. You're watching TSC High School Hoops.
You're on the go and don't have time for cords to be tying you down. That's why TSC created the Cord Cutter Bundle. You get big savings for bundling internet and cable, and there's no phone requirement. Choose from 20 megabyte, 50 megabyte, or 100 megabyte speeds. No phone, minimal TV, and all lightning fast internet. Ask about the Cord Cutter Bundles and come home to TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Hello, Frost Roofing.
Frost Roofing holds the same core values our company was founded upon nearly 9 decades ago. We proudly provide quality craftsmanship and top-notch service to each client we serve. We're licensed by several major roofing manufacturers to give you the right recommendations at the best value for your investment. With state-of-the-art equipment, cutting-edge technology, and our honest way of doing business, Frost Roofing is our area's preferred commercial roofing experts. To learn more, visit frost-roofing.com or call 419-739-ROOF.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
IC Signs designs, creates, and installs custom eye-catching signs. We use state-of-the-art technology to produce indoor and outdoor signs, LED message boards, and vehicle wraps. We can also help you with LED light conversion, sign refurbishing, custom t-shirts, promotional items, and your print needs. Whether you know what you want or have no idea, trust the experience of IC Signs. Call IC Signs at 419-738-6640.
Welcome to Lima Senior High School for some postseason boys basketball action on Game Face Ohio. Austin Scooter Scott and Roman Younpeter will be bringing you this one tonight. Roman, it's time for some tournament basketball, one of my favorite times of the year. And tonight, the Wapakoneta Redskins get things kicked off with the Napoleon Wildcats. Roman, what do you expect from the Redskins tonight?
You know, I think the Redskins are on their way back to regrouping here, getting ready for the tournament time. They've been battling injuries, illness, all that kind of stuff all year. And I think, you know, right now they're going to come out and have a full, strong effort from everybody on the team and, you know, give it a good effort to go against Napoleon tonight.
The Redskins have been shorthanded all season with knee injuries to Nick Schoonover and also an injury to Ryan Carrico and Riley Gibson. And a couple other players have been banged up here too. So the Redskins trying to, like Roman said, regroup and try to put together a nice tournament run. So now let's look at the keys to the game for both of these teams tonight, starting with the visiting Napoleon Wildcats.
When the Napoleon comes in tonight, they're going to have to do it on the defensive end if they're going to win this game. And number one, they're going to have to stop penetration. They got Walpock's very good at getting in the interior of defenses and kicking out and getting wide open looks. So that's going to be number one key for Napoleon. Second off, they're going to have to control the boards. You got Scott down there for Walpock, does a real nice job on the boards. He's a factor definitely every game they play. If Napoleon can do a good job on keeping him out of the paint and controlling the rebound battle, then they got a better shot to win tonight. And lastly, no turnovers. Probably the most important thing in the game of basketball is keeping the ball on your side and getting good offensive looks. Another reason why Napoleon needs to have no turnovers is because Walpock does feed off that energy. You know, they do a good job of getting momentum going their way off of turnovers.
And now for the Wapakoneta Redskins side, what is the red and white going to have to key on tonight to come away with this sectional tournament victory?
You know, down the tournament trail here, they got to get good going. Good needs to have a good tournament run, cap off a good season here for Walpock. Just if they get him going early, they're going to have a good shot to win the game.
A little bit of a tongue twister there. Get good going.
Well, I got to do what we got to do here at Game Face Ohio.
Get going good, however you want to say it. Go ahead, Roman. I'm sorry, buddy.
And secondly, they need to hit open players off the penetration from Wapak. They're going to have wide open guys on the perimeter that are going to be open for threes. They got to get the ball to those guys so they can get the best shots they can in their offense. And lastly, transition offense. Wapak does a nice job in their half court, but if they can add to it by getting some easy looks in their transition offense, it's just going to make it easier for them tonight to get a W on the board.
Thank you very much, Roman. We're getting ready now for the national anthem here at Lima Senior High School, so we're going to take one last break, and we'll come back with the starting lineups and the tip-off from this Division II sectional.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Tonight's broadcast of TSC High School Hoops is brought to you by
Telephone Service Company, G.A. Windsor & Son, Owen Kitchen and Bath, Frost Roofing, Astro Lanes, Stolly Insurance, United Way of Allglaze County, Wapakoneta Daily News, IC Signs, and the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
Welcome back to Lima Senior High School. Austin, Scooter, Scott, and Roman Younpeter with you here tonight as we have just wrapped up the national anthem here at the home of the Spartans, and it's time to meet our starting lineups for both teams. Starting with the visiting Napoleon Wildcats, starting for them a 5'8" freshman, number 2, Jarrett Gerdeman, and a 6'4" junior, number 5, Ed Bump. Number 10, a 6-foot junior, Mitchell Cruz. Number 13, a 6-foot junior, Logan Shepard. And a 6-foot senior, number 32, Brennan Druot. And on the Wapakoneta Redskins side, a 6'1" senior wearing number 2, that's Gage Shank. Number 3, a 5'10" senior, Nick Schoonover. Number 11, a 6'3" junior, Aaron Good. number 20, a 6-foot senior, Jace Copeland. And rounding things out for the Redskins, the big man in the middle, number 23, the 6'5 junior, Adam Scott. And as you can see now, each team taking their starting lineup intros right now. The Redskins coming into this one tonight with an overall mark of 14 wins and 8 losses on the season. They ended the regular season with a 6-3 record in Western Buckeye League play, which was good enough for a second-place tie with the Elida Bulldogs, who are also in this same Division II district as the Redskins. The Redskins head coach is Doug Davis, who's in the 18th season of his career with a mark of 219 and 186. And the Redskins, the last time out for them was a game you saw here on Game Face Ohio against St. Mary's on the Rough Riders senior night at St. Mary's Memorial High School. And the Redskins came away with a 52-46 victory in that one. They were led by junior Adam Scott with 16 points. And also chipping in for the Redskins was Gage Shank with 14 and Aaron Good with 12. As we get ready to go here, both teams just now wrapping up the starting lineups, and they're going to step into the circle to take the tip here. Really good energy in the gym here at Lima Senior High School. Perfect spot and a great tournament venue. Plenty of seating, and they've done a lot of great things with this facility here over the years. Roman, what are some of your favorite places to catch a playoff game at, or excuse me, a tournament game?
Obviously Columbus somewhere. No. But no, Lima Senior's a great place to watch games. Partial to the Elida Fieldhouse as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Big time games over the years, but here we go.
Absolutely, that's one of the biggest venues in our entire area here as the Redskins win the tip tonight. Aaron Good down inside to Scott. Scott gonna go one-on-one, turnaround. He's got the opening bucket for the Redskins. And now here come the Wildcats. See how they respond after the quick bucket from the Redskins. Going inside Adam Scott. Nice pass down low. First shot no good, but the offensive rebound and put back by Ed Bump is good. And that knots things up here in the early going.
Walpock's going to look to go inside to Scott. I think he's got a little bit of a...
And Aaron Good knocks down the triple. And the Redskins out to a hot start here. 2 field goals on their first 2 possessions. Now the Wildcats. Skins come matched up here. Long 3-pointer is no good there by Jarrett Gerdeman. And the rebound comes down long to Aaron Good. Now Good to Scott, and Scott's gonna hand off to Shank. Down inside to Scott, we're gonna get a push foul on the Wildcats. And that looks like Ed Bump, the 6'4 junior down low.
Walpock definitely wants to go down to Scott early. Bump's a little bit slimmer than Scott. I think they got a strength advantage actually down there, down low.
And now Good into Scott. Scott goes off the glass for 2. And now Adam Scott has 4. I think Napoleon is going to have to switch up a defensive look here if they want to try to match up with Scott down inside. Here comes Gage Shank. And he thought about slamming it Omi Hazir earlier this season. He settles for the finger roll instead, and now the Redskins out to a 9-2 advantage. Down inside, Ed Bump through 2 defenders, and he gets the bucket. Aaron Good, long 3-pointer is off the mark, rebounded by Logan Shepard of the Wildcats.
Fast pace here early.
Absolutely. And now Wildcats working, driving and kicking as Jarrett Gerdeman to Drew on his shot, gets swatted away by Aaron Good, bounces out, and a nice stick back by Mitchell Cruz. Got his own miss on the jumper and goes back up, and he gets the basket.
First one was a practice shot.
That's right.
Got it back and corrected his form and got it to go down.
Calibrated it. Now Adam Scott on the nice pass by Schoonover. Reverse lay-in for the junior is good. Adam Scott with 6 quick early points here for the Redskins. And now Druott nearly stripped away by Schoonover. And they're going to call a foul. And actually that goes the other way. That's going to be a Napoleon foul by Brennan Druott. Now into the game. Here on the Napoleon side, a couple new Wildcats. Caleb Farr checks into the ball game. And also number 15, Dion Holloway. Down in the corner, that's good. Trying to look inside to Scott. Got a little more of an equal matchup down low here with a player kind of matching Scott's bigger build. As Napoleon able to get the get the steal for the Redskins turnover. Holloway with the ball between the circles. And he drives, tries to kick out. Redskins take it away. The long three-pointer by Druott misses everything. Holloway tries to get the offensive rebound, and Jace Copeland corrals it to Gage Shank. Over to Adam Scott for the one-handed punch. And the Redskins go up 13-6, and we're going to get a timeout from Napoleon head coach Joe Good, and we're going to take it with them. The Redskins are hot, and they're out to a 13-6 lead here in the first quarter.
Have you heard about TSC's referral program? Refer your friends and family, and you both get a credit matching the services they chose. That's right, we'll credit your invoice. There's no limit to the number of friends you can refer. So come back to your local hometown provider and bring your friends and family with you. We'll reward you both.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Come out to Astro Lanes, where you can find great food, good drinks, and of course, bowling. Astro Lanes, a great place to spend some spare time. Dad's Toy Shop is Northwest Ohio's premier hobby shop located in downtown Wapakoneta and proudly supports Redskins athletics. Dad's Toy Shop, the one-stop shop for all your hobby needs.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA. The Wapakoneta Daily News, bringing you local news and more since 1905. With subscriptions starting at just 35 cents a day, the Wapakoneta Daily News is Wapak's source for timely local coverage of news, sports, classifieds, entertainment, and more. The Wapakoneta Daily News. Subscribe online today.
We're back here at Lima Senior High School after an Adam Scott dunk and a Joe Good Napoleon timeout. The Redskins have came out of the gate super hot here early, Roman.
They have. They're going into the big guy, Scott. Getting good looks here early. Also playing good defense. Napoleon's getting into the middle of the paint there, and Walpole's doing a good job of helping out and causing some turnovers with their help. So I think Napoleon needs to do a little bit more draw kick action and get some looks to some other open shooters too. I think they're going to. Napoleon's also going to probably go zone, I would imagine, down at the other end here coming up.
And now Brady Erb into the ball game for the first time tonight for the Wapakoneta Redskins. And now nearly a steal up top by Gage Shank. And to the bucket, Shank makes up for it as he rejects Simon Towns' shot. And it's going to stay with Napoleon.
Good recovery by Shank. He got kind of bit for the fake, and then he recovered well.
And now Redskins are doing a solid job trying to deny the inbound pass. Now Druot with it here on the wing. Shifts the ball over. That's Cruz trying to look inside to Caleb Farr. And that's going to be a Napoleon offensive foul. Down low, I think that's going to go against Farr, trying to battle for position on the block. And now in for the red and white the first time tonight, the freshman Noah Ambus as he replaces Nick Schoonover. Now nearing the 3-minute mark, Skins still on top by 7, 13-6 here so far after a lengthy Napoleon possession there. Scott tries to set the ball screen and roll, nothing doing. Shank with it. Tries to get it over to Brady Erb, and now we got a scrum for the ball. Shank nearly came up for it. And we got a 4-player pile up in the paint. And I believe the possession arrow is going to be favoring, is it the Wildcats? I think they're saying it is.
Good hustle by both teams there. But the ball disappeared there for a second. Didn't even see it.
And now into the game for Napoleon. Back in is Jarrett Gerdeman. And also number 20, Devontae Blair, in for the Wildcats for the first time tonight.
Came to a basketball game and a magic show broke out.
That's right. We had plenty of players stacked up on top of that one. And now Shank trying to get in the passing lanes again, just misses out on it. And now nice drive to the hoop, but Brady Erb says no. Adam Scott tries to come down with it, and I think they're going to say he was fouled now. Yes, he was. And that's going to go against Caleb Farr here for his second, Napoleon's team fourth.
This game getting progressively more rough as it, goes on.
It started out pretty fluid and high-paced here for, for a tournament game. Usually kind of see a shaky start to things, but both teams were really firing on all cylinders to get things started. Now the Redskins over to Jace Copeland, lines up the 3-ball, goes back iron. Scott gets the offensive rebound and kicks out to Erb on the perimeter. Gage Shank in the paint, kicks it back out. That's Ambus. And now Erb gets it inside to Scott. Scott back out and now back inside. Draws the double team, kicking it around. Great ball move by the Redskins. And 3-pointer by Erb is no good. Rebound comes down to Blair. And now Gerdeman out to Druot. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Battle for the board is going to be won by the Redskins as Jace Copeland rips it away. Copeland, nice spin move in the lane. Finger roll, no good. And the rebound down to Mitchell Cruz. And now long 3 by Blair is no good. Rebounded by the freshman Ambus.
Both teams trying to find their range here early.
Both teams having much more success in the paint here thus far, like Roman pointed at. And now Shank tries to drive, kicks it out to Copeland. Copeland to Ambus, baseline drive, ball gets knocked away. And here come the Wildcats the other way, it's Ed Bump. And now he gets the ball stolen away, and Gage Shank controls it. Shank gonna take it all the way and scores.
Shank knew what he's doing the whole time. He got that ball at half court or so and knew what he was doing with it right away.
When he makes up his mind, he is very hard to stop when he's trying to get to the hole. And now Napoleon going to throw it out of bounds as a trio of Redskins into the ball game for the first time here. The sophomore Reed Miracle, Aaron Good also checking back in, as well as Nick Schoonover.
Napoleon ended this quarter, they've just been turning the ball over way too much. They could not do that, that'd be good.
And then And the Redskins are up to a 9-point lead with some of those turnovers, 15-6 here with just under 30 to play. And now Nick Schoonover trying to direct the Redskins here with 15 seconds left in the opening frame. And now Herb over to Good, checks the clock, under 8 seconds. Good spins on the elbow out to Herb. 4, 3, Aaron Good, last second three ball is good. And what a way to close out the first quarter for the Wapakoneta Redskins. After 8 minutes of play, they're out to an 18-6 lead over the Napoleon Wildcats on Game Face Ohio.
You're on the go and don't have time for cords to be tying you down. That's why TSC created the Cord Cutter Bundle. You get big savings for bundling internet and cable, and there's no phone requirement. Choose from 20 megabyte, 50 megabyte, or 100 megabyte speeds. No phone, minimal TV, and all lightning fast internet. Ask about the Cord Cutter Bundles and come home to TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Hello, Frost Roofing.
Frost Roofing holds the same core values our company was founded upon nearly 9 decades ago. We proudly provide quality craftsmanship and top-notch service to each client we serve. We're licensed by several major roofing manufacturers to give you the right recommendations at the best value for your investment. With state-of-the-art equipment, cutting-edge technology, and our honest way of doing business, Frost Roofing is our area's preferred commercial roofing experts. To learn more, visit frost-roofing.com or call 419-739-ROOF.
When you see an orange truck, you think GA Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because GA Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, GA Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, think green.
IC Signs designs, creates, and installs custom eye-catching signs. We use state-of-the-art technology to produce indoor and outdoor signs, LED message boards, and vehicle wraps. We can also help you with LED light conversion, sign refurbishing, custom t-shirts, promotional items, and your print needs. Whether you know what you want or have no idea, trust the experience of IC Signs. Call IC Signs at 419-738-6640.
Time for the start of the second quarter here at Lima Senior High School. Austin, Scooter Scott, and Roman Younpeter with you tonight, and we thank you for joining us as the Wapakoneta Redskins out to a 12-point lead after the first quarter of play. And Roman, the Redskins really came out with a big punch right out of the gate tonight.
Sure did. They had the MO getting the ball in the Scott early. That worked early. Now Good starting to get hot. So I think Napoleon's facing some trouble here in the second quarter.
Redskins started out quick turnaround basket by Adam Scott, and then a three-pointer by Gage Shank to get things going, and the offense really got rolling, including a one-handed punch by Scott at the rim, as he currently sits on the bench with 8 points right now. And let's see what the Napoleon Wildcats can get rolling. Nice drive to the hoop by Jarrett Gerdeman, and he's got the bucket.
Napoleon just needs to settle down here a bit, try to get as good as look as they can. That way this lead don't get away from them.
Now Redskins trying to space things back out. Schoonover with the ball. Kick out to Ambus. Working it around the three-point line. Now Schoonover's going to look over to the bench at Doug Davis, see what the call is here. Into the Napoleon Wildcats, they switch up their defensive look in the first here, Roman, or is this the first look we're getting out of zone?
Well, that was man-to-man there. He just sort of sagged off a little bit more. I thought they were going to go zone earlier when they were having trouble with Scott down low. I thought they called that timeout. I figured he was going to go to zone, but he didn't. Decided to stay with what they were doing. More of a momentum timeout before in the first quarter, but interesting man-to-man here.
Aaron Good triggered the inbounds pass. Now he controls the ball. As a high pass to Schoonover is out of his reach, and that's a Redskins turnover. Something they haven't had a lot of here so far in the game, and that's one reason they're out to this 12-point lead.
One just got away from him a little bit. That happens from time to time.
And checking back into the game for the Redskins, Adam Scott, Gage Shank, and Jace Copeland. As the Redskins are back to their original 5 starting lineup. Just over 1:30 gone here in the second quarter, and the Redskins are up 20-8 as Devontae Blair kind of got tied up with the official there actually and loses the ball out of bounds for the Wildcats.
It's great defense there.
Now Good, screen by Copeland up top. Over to Scott, pulls up from 3. Might have been a little bit of a heat check there as he left it short. And now Wildcats coming the other way. Jarrett Gerdeman, pass gets away from him. Now it's Shank. See what Shank does through the paint, acrobatic shot, but he's going to be fouled.
Walpole getting good things to happen off the turnovers on Napoleon's end.
And now Napoleon foul going to go against Brennan Druott. That's his second. And the Napoleon Wildcats team 6 is Gage Shank at the line for the Redskins for their first free throw attempts of the night. And he misses the first. Shank comes into this game averaging 11 points, 3 rebounds and 3 assists for the Redskins. And he was actually just selected to the Western Buckeye League All-League team at the 3rd team level. And we'll go over some of the other players on that team as well here as Shank knocks down the second free throw. And now he has 5 points on the night as Redskins open up with a little bit of a pressure look on the inbounds.
Up, they run and jump from the backside.
Very common for the Redskins what we've seen this year as Jarrett Gerdeman goes to the hole and he gets fouled. And that's going to be the Redskins, I believe, second team foul here of the game so far. And that's going to be the first personal for Aaron Goods. We get a look at the TSC replay here. Goods foul on Gerdeman's drive. And the first by Gerdeman is good. And look at again here, as we mentioned this week, the All-Western Buckeye League teams announced. Gage Shank on there for the Redskins on the 3rd team. Jace Copeland at honorable mention this year. And Adam Scott took home 2nd team All-Western Buckeye League honors for the Redskins. Player of the year this year in the Western Buckeye League comes as no surprise. It's actually Jake Kaufman of Ottawa Glandorf. And honestly, I wouldn't have argued with you if all 5 Ottawa Glandorf starters took the 1st team spots. They were loaded. We saw them against the Redskins here a couple weeks ago. I think that's a team that's going to see a really deep tournament run here.
Without a doubt.
And now they're going to give that stick back on the tip to Jace Copeland. Looked like it could have gone to him or Aaron Good very easily, either one of them. As now Napoleon able to run down the loose ball and saves it. 3-pointer, no good there by Cruz. And now the Redskins coming the other way. Schoonover with as he calls for the screen from Shank. Goes baseline. And now Shank drives wide open, hold of the hoop. Doesn't get it. Scott there for the rebound and the putback. And now Adam Scott into double digits. And the Napoleon Wildcats want to talk about it here. We're going to talk about it as well as we go to break. Well, the Redskins on top over the Napoleon Wildcats 25-10.
Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Out of the Napoleon timeout here with 4:44 left in the first half. It's been all Wapakoneta Redskins so far, and they're on top by 15, 25-10. Let's see what Joe Good drew up for his Wildcats here. They desperately need a bucket right now.
Need a hoop. Don't need a turnover either. Been plagued by those terribly so far.
And now Mitchell Cruz over to Druot. Druot drives into the paint. Nice kick out look. And now Cruz with it in the corner. Nice drive to the bucket for Napoleon, but tight defense played there, and Aaron Good gets the rebound. Good up top. Gives it over to Shank. Shank thinks about trying to get to the hole. I bet he could have. As now Redskins over to Jace Copeland. In the corner, Shank into Scott. He's able to get position as he sealed off his man. I don't think he realized just how open he was there. Kind of hesitated on the shot. But either way, he's going to go to the line for a pair.
Wildcats just do not have an answer for Scott right now down low.
Let's take a look at Scott. Sealed off his man, had him there on his backside. And he got fouled there by Ed Bump, his second, Napoleon's team 7th, as Scott knocks down the first free throw. And now back into the game for the Redskins, Brady Erb checking in for Nick Schoonover.
I have a feeling Scott's going to see a lot more touches as this game goes on.
And now Scott makes both free throws there. He has 12. He's averaging 13 on the season, and he's already nearly has that here with 3 minutes and change left in the first half. And now down low to Ed Bump. Looked like the Redskins may have stayed straight up there, not sure, but regardless, Ed Bump's going to go to the line here for a pair of free throws as Brady Erb got whistled for the foul for the Redskins. That's his first, team's third.
I think that was a foul. I think Erb just came in a little bit, tried to get the ball down low, and ended up making some contact, and the ref saw it. And it happens.
Ed Bump, the 6'4" junior forward. Second free throw on the way, and it's up and in. Wildcats' last 4 points coming on free throws. Honestly, cannot remember the last time they made a field goal, though. And now kick out to Scott. Extra pass over to Copeland. And now Copeland drives out to Aaron Good, top of the key. Nice turnaround by Good. Shot off the mark. And the rebound by Bump. Druot with it here, under 3 minutes to play in the first half, as Gerdeman trying to drive to the hole for the Wildcats. And Gerdeman's trying to create for the Wildcats here, and he's had many good opportunities driving to the hole so far.
They have gotten inside the Wapak defense tonight. They just can't seem to finish at the rim, or they go in there and get it stolen. So if they can remedy that, they can get back in this game.
Now Gerdeman up top, that's Cruz. Gerdeman drives, kicks out the bump, working around the arc here are the Wildcats. Druot straightaway three-pointers long. Rebound comes down to Brady Erb. Erb up ahead to Scott. Scott crossover dribble trying to get to the hole, and he's fouled. And now Scott going to go to the line for a pair of free throws here as Napoleon picking up another foul. That's Druid. That's his third, team 8th foul.
That take right there is just Scott knowing. Scott knows that Napoleon does not have an answer for him at the rim.
Scott front end there on the first free throw, no good. Is coming back into the game for the Redskins as Schoonover and Ambis replacing Erb and Good. Adam Scott, as I mentioned, averaging 13 points per game and 7 rebounds as well per contest. And this is now his 19th double-digit game of the season as he actually misses both free throws, but no worries. Jace Copeland able to get the tip in.
Copeland with a hustle play there to get the extra 2.
Corner 3, no good. Rebound by Copeland. And Scott, this actually makes his 10th straight game in double figures. And that is 19 of the 22 games this year he's been able to do that. 30-12 here with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Redskins on top. And now Jace Copeland with it over to Noah Ambis. Schoonover tightly guarded by Gerdeman. Schoonover trying to make something happen there, and now they're going to whistle Gerdeman for the push. And that's going to be his first. Wildcats team 8th, so the Redskins going to go to the line for a free throw.
Napoleon trying to pick up their ball pressure, see if they can't make a turnover happen, get something going. And Wapak handled it well and handled the bumping well, and the ref decided there was a foul, and when you do that, you get a good line and take some free shots.
And now the 5'11 sophomore Reed Miracle back into the game as he's going to give Gage Shank a breather as Schoonover knocks down the first. First point in the ball game for Schoonover, and now time for the second free throw, and it's long. Rebound comes down to Mitchell Cruz for Napoleon. Simon Town there trying to drive in for Napoleon, and they're going to get a foul whistled against the red and white, and that's going to go against Noah Ambis, his first here of the contest, and the Redskins team 5th here in the first half. Now Gerdeman going to try to get to the hole again, and I really like Gerdeman driving to the basket here, not settling for some outside shots, as he's been to the free throw line numerous times here so far.
Napoleon's definitely quick enough to get by, Wapak on the perimeter and on their defense. It just comes down to being strong around the rim. Wapak's a little bit stronger around the rim than they are. That's been really the difference in the game. That and Napoleon's turnovers. If Napoleon could shore up their turnovers and be strong around the rim, it's not completely out of reach yet.
First shot by Gerdeman was good, and now into the game for the Wildcats as Grant Strock has the second free throw by Gerdeman is missed, and Scott got the rebound. Reed Miracle drive, kick out to Scott in the corner, 3-ball on the way, got it, baby. And that's a 3 for Scott, and he has 15 now, and the Redskins lead has ballooned to 21. 34-13 here with 78 seconds to play in the first half. Now getting to the hole, that's Town, or excuse me, that's Zach Town actually. And now Gerdeman driving again, going to draw another foul for the Wildcats. Getting plenty of free opportunities here in the first half is Gerdeman. And now Schoonover's going to pick up the foul, his second, team 7th. Gerdeman at the line, the 5'8" freshman. Able to get the first. Definitely does not play like a freshman.
Gonna be a good player.
And in for the Redskins is Gage Shank as Gerdeman hits the second free throw. We got 55 seconds to play here at Lima Senior High School in the first half. And the Redskins on top 33-15. Jared Gerdeman now with 7 points for the Wildcats as Redskins go inside. Adam Scott gives it up to Copeland. And now Ambus drive, kick to Reed Miracle in the corner, 3 ball, no good. And the rebound comes down to Zach Town. And he's gonna pick up and draw the foul there against Reed Miracle as Miracle and Shank tried to double team Town on the rebound. And Town's gonna get her to the line for some free throws.
Aggressive trap there off that rebound. You know, if you're up 33-15, that's something you don't want to foul all the way back there. You want to maybe give a quick pressure, but you know, with the time winding down in the second quarter, don't put Napoleon on the line by giving him a foul there. But here we go.
Zach Town, a 5'10" senior guard, hits the first, and he gets the second as well. So Napoleon able to get to the free throw line, and they're making some shots. Just can't seem to get a field goal. Once again, I honestly cannot remember, Roman, when the last time they hit an outside shot or any field goal at all, I should mention. They've been doing everything at the line here so far in the second quarter. And now we got 15 seconds to play. Ambus handling the ball. Gives it up to Shank with 10. Shank tries to drive, and the ball gets knocked away. It's going to stay with the Redskins here with 6.1 seconds remaining in the first half. Shank looking over as Doug Davis ordering in the inbounds play. And now Scott, hand off to Shank. Scott was open. Now Copeland from the foul line. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Zach Town. And now we're going to head into the locker room. And the Wapakoneta Redskins hold a 16-point lead over the Napoleon Wildcats, 33-17 after 16 minutes of play here on Game Face Ohio.
Have you heard about TSC's referral program? Refer your friends and family and you both get a credit matching the services they chose. That's right, we'll credit your invoice. There's no limit to the number of friends you can refer. So come back to your local hometown provider and bring your friends and family with you. We'll reward you both.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Come out to Astro Lanes, where you can find great food, good drinks, and of course, bowling. Astro Lanes, a great place to spend some spare time. Dad's Toy Shop is Northwest Ohio's premier hobby shop located in downtown Wapakoneta and proudly supports Redskins athletics. Dad's Toy Shop, the one-stop shop for all your hobby needs.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA. The Wapakoneta Daily News, bringing you local news and more since 1905. With subscriptions starting at just 35 cents a day, the Wapakoneta Daily News is Wapak's source for timely local coverage of news, sports, classifieds, entertainment, and more. The Wapakoneta Daily News. Subscribe online today.
Welcome back to Lima Senior High School, and also welcome into the Game Face Ohio halftime report. Here after 16 minutes of play, the Redskins holding a big lead 33-17 over the Napoleon Wildcats, and the Redskins really set the tone from the start here tonight, Roman.
They did, and they did that by going down low to Adam Scott early and often, getting good looks at the basket. Napoleon just hasn't had an answer in this first half. I'd look for Napoleon to come out, make some adjustments on that end, maybe go zone, maybe they go double team a little bit more often in the post, which they did a little bit of the second quarter, but didn't have any payoff off that adjustment. But we'll see if they can get something else going. And Wapak doing a good job of running their offense, getting good looks at the rim, and taking care of business in the first half.
And don't let this 16-point deficit for the Wildcats fool you. They really did get some good looks there in the first half.
They did. They just had a tough time finishing around the rim. They got inside the Wapak defense pretty regularly, and just couldn't finish at the rim. They got to the line some. I'm not sure what the free throw percentage is, but doesn't seem to be on fire by any means. So if they can get that shored up and try to do some stuff on defense to try to get back in it, cut the lead in half, or take it possession by possession, they could get back in this game. By no means is it over, but Wapak just doing a tremendous job both ends of the floor tonight.
And they were able to work on one of your keys to the game here actually as well. Not only Scott getting going here so far, Aaron Good is getting going as well for the Redskins. And when he gets hitting on that outside shot, he is nearly impossible to defend. So let's look at some first half numbers here on the Napoleon side. They're led in the scoring column by Jarrett Gerdeman, the 5'8" freshman who has 7 points here at the break and has really been the leading force on offense for the Napoleon Wildcats, even if that means getting it done at the free throw line after driving to the hole and getting fouled several times. And on the Wapakoneta side, Adam Scott already over his game average of 13 per contest. He has 15 here at the break to lead the Redskins. And it's been a strong first half for Wapakoneta. Thank you for joining us here on the Game Face Ohio halftime report. We'll take one more break and we'll come up with the second half of action from Lima Senior High School. You're watching TSC High School Hoops.
You're on the go and don't have time for cords to be tying you down. That's why TSC created the Cord Cutter Bundle. You get big savings for bundling internet and cable, and there's no phone requirement. Choose from 20 megabyte, 50 megabyte, or 100 megabyte speeds. No phone, minimal TV, and all lightning fast internet. Ask about the Cord Cutter Bundles and come home to TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Hello, Frost Roofing.
Frost Roofing holds the same core values our company was founded upon nearly 9 decades ago. We proudly provide quality craftsmanship and top-notch service to each client we serve. We're licensed by several major roofing manufacturers to give you the right recommendations at the best value for your investment. With state-of-the-art equipment, cutting-edge technology, and our honest way of doing business, Frost Roofing is our area's preferred commercial roofing experts. To learn more, visit frost-roofing.com or call 419-739-ROOF.
When you see an orange truck, you think GA Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because GA Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, GA Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, think green.
IC Signs designs, creates, and installs custom eye-catching signs. We use state-of-the-art technology to produce indoor and outdoor signs, LED message boards, and vehicle wraps. We can also help you with LED light conversion, sign refurbishing, custom t-shirts, promotional items, and your print needs. Whether you know what you want or have no idea, trust the experience of IC Signs. Call IC Signs at 419-738-6640.
Welcome back to Lima Senior High School. Austin Scooter Scott and Roman Youngpeter bringing you this one tonight. We thank you for joining us here on Game Face Ohio as your Wapakoneta Redskins are on top by 16 here to start off the second half. They were hot in the first 16 minutes. Let's see what they can do in the second.
Turnover to start. Not a good sign.
Schoonover able to get the theft there for the Skins. And now Aaron Good. Ball screen set by Scott. This is their called play for him. A little late there on the entry pass, as the pass got knocked away by Napoleon. Going to stay with the Redskins. Schoonover inbound pass to Shank near half court. Now Shank inside to Scott, one-on-one with Ed Bump. Finds a cutting Jace Copeland to the hole. And we're going to get a foul whistled underneath the bucket. And that's going to go against Jace Copeland.
What you get out of that play right there is Wapak definitely talked about Napoleon's going to double the post. So they made a concerted effort for Scott to turn and look backside, where you had Copeland cutting down the middle. But Napoleon did a good job on defense and drew the charge.
Scott, a really good passer for a big man, averaging a pair of assists each game here. And also that was Jace Copeland's first foul here of the game, and the Redskins' first team foul of the second half. Three-pointer by Gerdeman, no good. Scott with the rebound, and he gives up to Copeland. And now Shank trying to dribble drive, gives it off to Aaron Good. Good with 8 points here in the first half, and now over to Scott. Copeland, nice spin move into the lane, shot off glass, and he's got it. Wow, that was pretty, Roman, as Copeland able to spin off and create a little separation for the bucket.
Excellent move, getting some space coming off that screen with the spin move. Knew where the rim was and got it up off the board.
Copeland converts on the three-point play for the Redskins, and now they are up by 19. Drew it for the Napoleon Wildcats. And now it's Gerdeman to Town. Cruz with it on the wing, drives into the lane, puts up the runner, he's got it.
That time they got inside like they have been and finished, so positive momentum going there.
And now Nick Schoonover gets into the paint, hands off to Scott. Scott a little out of control, but they're going to say he was fouled. And now the foul going to go against Napoleon's Mitchell Cruz, his second, and the Napoleon Wildcats' second here of the third quarter. And now checking back into the ball game for the Wildcats is Caleb Barr, as well as Logan Shepard. Adam Scott tried to keep it for himself, gave up on the handoff to Good, but Good's three-pointer is no good. That was too much good in one sentence. Too much good in one sentence there.
A lot of good.
A lot of good. And now drew out shot, no good. Adam Scott the rebound.
Pace picking up here.
Schoonover with it on the far side wing. Drives, gives it up to Copeland. Copeland trying to spin into the lane again, and he hands off to Shank. Downside, that's Scott, tries to take on two Wildcats, and Ed Bump gets the steal.
Good job by Napoleon there to double team Scott.
Three-pointer on the way, that's Ed Bump, no good. Rebound, Nick Schoonover. Now Copeland kicks out to Good. Shank drive, kick to Scott in the corner, baseline drive, no, oh my. Nice reverse layup by Adam Scott.
Nice aggressive move there, finished on the, used the rim as a protector there, finished on the other side. Napoleon didn't do a very good job right there, sliding over to help. Scott had a good open look.
And now Shank all alone goes ahead, lay-in, he's got it. And we're gonna get a Napoleon timeout to try to cut into this Redskins run. Wapakoneta on top, 40-19 here on Game Face Ohio.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Now after the Gage Shank breakaway layup and a Napoleon timeout, the Redskins start out the second half here on a 7-2 run, and their lead is now at 21, 40-19 on the scoreboard. Adam Scott with 17 points here. And now Druitt with the long three-pointers, no good, and the rebound down to Good. Good with it in the lane, step back, 14-footer, shots no good, and it's going to bounce off the rim and out of bounds, and it's going to be Napoleon basketball. Kick out for Napoleon, and that was Town with it, up ahead to Bump. Druitt inside, drives on Gage Shank, shot no good. Brady Erb tried to get the rebound. I think him and Scott both fought over it and ended up knocking it out of bounds. And now back into the game for the Napoleon Wildcats is Jarrett Gerdeman and Zach Town, replacing Druitt and Shepard.
Wapak had a good defensive possession there where all 5 guys were playing hard on D and then couldn't quite come up with that rebound, giving Napoleon another shot at a bucket here.
Now this is Gerdeman coming down the lane again, and he's going to get fouled. Don't know how many times that's been tonight, but Gerdeman able to get that first step to the hole and get ahead and draw the foul. And now he's going to go to the line for 2 throws.
Quick first step by Gerdeman.
Let's take a look on the TSC replay. Gerdeman out in front of Good and forces him to try to make a play from behind, and he gets whistled for the foul as Gerdeman just missed the first free throw. And into the game is Reed Miracles. He replaces Aaron Good. Second free throw by Gerdeman is up. It's also short. Very uncharacteristic of him from the first half free throw shooting that we saw. Now Shank into the lane, tries to kick it out to Miracle. Good defense there by Simon Town to knock it out of bounds.
Both teams getting into the paint off of dribble penetration all night tonight. I'm sure both coaches want to see that stop on defensive end.
And the man responsible for that for the Redskins was Gage Shank, who's bringing the ball up, and now he's got it again down low. Kick out to Copeland, corner three ball, no good. Rebound comes down to Ed Bump. And now Town with it, trying to look ahead and survey. Goes up, his shot is blocked by Jace Copeland. And now the Redskins want to run. It's Brady Erb bringing it up. Ahead to Miracle, Miracle down inside to Scott. And Scott on his way up, he gets fouled by Simon Town. Definitely a mismatch there with the 6'5" junior Scott going up against the 5'10" junior Simon Town. Let's get another look at that one.
Not much he could do there. Scott had the mouse in the house and attacked.
The mouse in the house.
Well, pro terminology there for you.
Well, pro term, is that right?
Whenever there's a mismatch, on the bigger on the smaller, you yell mouse.
Wow, I did.
Mouse in the house.
We're all learning tonight here, Roman, as Adam Scott able to get his first free throw, the second as well, and now he has 19, which ties his career high. I think he's had nearly half a dozen times. We'll see if he can get over the hump, if I didn't just jinx it already. Now drew it into the lane, shot no good. And now the rebound, Napoleon keeps it alive. Good job there by Logan Shepard.
Wildcats
Town,
cannot
kick out.
get above that 20 mark. They're having trouble.
Only 2 points scored here in the first 6 minutes here of this second half. As now Copeland looks over to the bench at Doug Davis. Ball gets knocked away. Erb at half court able to save it and avoid the over and back call. Now Scott, nice look to Erb on the backside. And Erb draws the foul. Great post passing by Adam Scott tonight.
Tell in the second half they really wanted to emphasize him coming out and doing that. They knew Napoleon's going to adjust, try to double team on the post. So everybody's doing a good job cutting from the perimeter down the middle. And Scott, as you see on that replay, hit a cutter going to the rim and made for a good situation for the Redskins.
Scott checks out of the game to some applause there, and into the game for the first time tonight is number 5, the 5'10" junior Nate Ambus, one of the most hard-nosed Redskins you're going to find. Second by Erb is good. That's his first point of tonight's contest. And now the Redskins on top 43-19. Came out of the locker room with a 10-2 run in the third quarter. Now drive by Gerdeman, gets tied up. Copeland able to knock the ball away. Now Shank with over to Copeland, wide open on the three-point line. Not able to make him pay though. And the rebound comes down up ahead. Jared Gerdeman for the Napoleon Wildcats. And Gage Shank thought he may have had the chase down block there, but they're gonna say he made some contact there with the body. Let's check it out in the TSC replay as Shank trying to stalk down on Gerdeman. And I don't know about that one. I thought Shank was able to sidestep.
He might have got him with his
replay.
hip on the body. It could have went either way.
And Gerdeman able to hit the first free throw. Shank always a threat to do that, doesn't give up on any play, so he's able to come from the backside for a swat. As coming back into the game for the Redskins is Aaron Good, as well as the freshman Noah Ambus.
A lot of time the referee there, he'll reward the offensive player for being aggressive. And I think that's what you saw right there.
Rather than waiting and hesitating.
Yes, yes, yes.
And now Ambus's pass gets knocked away as he tried to get it over to Aaron Good. But Napoleon unable to keep it in bounds. Is coming back in for the Wildcats is Dion Holloway replacing Jarrett Gerdeman. And now Good with it here, under 60 seconds to play in the third quarter as he tries to get it down inside to Erb. Pass knocked away there by Brennan Druitt.
Druitt's last couple possessions, he's not giving up. He's still playing hard on D.
Druitt, the 6-foot senior for the Wildcats. Now Noah Ambus with the ball up top. He's going to give off to younger brother, or Nate Ambus. I was giving off to Noah. I apologize for that, guys. And now we're going to get a foul by Napoleon. That's going to go against Grant Strock, the 6-foot senior. And that's going to be his first, team's 5th. Noah Ambus handling the ball for the Redskins with 30 seconds to play here in the 3rd. Aaron Good on the wing. And now we're going to get a foul on the floor from Druitt. And I believe that's going to be his 4th. And the team's 6th for Napoleon.
Napoleon not giving up, still battling.
And now with 25 seconds left, Good to the free throw line and kicks back out. Miracle to Ambus. Good trying to get through the double team, goes high off the glass, gets his own rebound, kicks out to Miracle. Miracle drives to the baseline, he's cut off. And now Brady Erb, 3-ball here, rattles it home here with 5 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Up ahead, Mitchell Cruz. I don't think he knew how much time was left, but either way, able to end the 3rd quarter. Once again, the Redskins playing strong through 3. They're out to a 46-20 advantage after 3 quarters of play. Stay tuned here. You're watching TSC High School Hoops.
Have you heard about TSC's referral program? Refer your friends and family and you both get a credit matching the services they chose. That's right, we'll credit your invoice. There's no limit to the number of friends you can refer. So come back to your local hometown provider and bring your friends and family with you. We'll reward you both.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Come out to Astro Lanes, where you can find great food, good drinks, and of course, bowling. Astro Lanes, a great place to spend some spare time. Dad's Toy Shop is Northwest Ohio's premier hobby shop located in downtown Wapakoneta and proudly supports Redskins athletics. Dad's Toy Shop, the one-stop shop for all your hobby needs.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA. The Wapakoneta Daily News, bringing you local news and more since 1905. With subscriptions starting at just 35 cents a day, the Wapakoneta Daily News is Wapak's source for timely local coverage of news, sports, classifieds, entertainment, and more. The Wapakoneta Daily News. Subscribe online today.
Back here at Lima Senior High School for the final stanza between the Wapakoneta Redskins and the Napoleon Wildcats here in this Division II sectional opener. Redskins on top with a 26-point cushion as we enter the 4th quarter. Nice pass down inside to Brady Urban. He takes it up strong on the pass from Nate Ambus. I promise that is the last time I'm going to do that with the Ambuses here tonight. As now Druitt draws the foul. And he's going to go to the line.
I think from here on out, 28-point lead, you're going to see a lot of guys on the bench that have worked hard all year, getting an opportunity to come out here in the tournament and play some minutes and have a little bit of fun. A lot of times, in close games, those guys might not get in the game or play limited minutes. It's a good opportunity for, the coaches and those players to get them some experience, whether they're younger players or guys that have been playing for 4 years or 3 years and getting some good experience.
Noah Ambus has seen some good minutes for the Redskins here as a freshman all season, so he's in there. Reed Miracle, a sophomore in his first varsity season, also getting a lot of minutes. And then Nate Ambus coming off of the JV squad here, trying to get some experience as he goes into his final season in the 2018-2019 campaign.
Man, he plays hard.
I told you, not going to find a more hard-nosed Redskin out there as he battles for the rebound. Plays a lot bigger than that 5'10" listed in the roster. Now Ambus going to take it. He gets blocked on the layup. Trying to take it up to the hole here to get a varsity bucket. Teammates trying to cheer him on and get him a basket here. And now Mitchell Cruz with it for Napoleon. And Ambus, he'll defend you as tough as anybody, I promise you that. Not afraid to take on anyone. As now Cruz kicks it. Corner jumper is no good and off the mark. Napoleon tries to get the offensive rebound. Behind the back dribble, Noah Ambus. Ambus gives to Miracle. Miracle double teamed, able to pass out of it. Ambus into the lane, jump stop up to Herb. Miracle over to Herb in the corner, and now Miracle under the bucket. Ambus tries to hand off to Good at the top of the key.
Wapak being patient on this possession, want to get a good shot.
And ball gets batted around. Got another scrum for it as Mitchell Cruz able to come up with it for Napoleon. Ooh, nice look to Zach Town, and on the backside is Jarrett Gerdeman with a three-pointer. Able to save the ball from going out of bounds and get a good three-point look was Gerdeman, who really has been playing very hard tonight for the Wildcats. He picks up the foul there, and now Adam Scott and Gage Shank back in for the Redskins here.
Slightly surprised that Scott got back in the game.
And now with 6 minutes, 4 seconds remaining, Scott back into the game, and Shank also into the game as the Redskins lead by 27, 48 to 21. Miracle at the line, shooting the bonus free throws as he gets the first. Reed Miracle averaging 4.5 points per game this season, including 23 three-pointers, and his season high came against the Bath Wildcats, where he scored 12 points. All 4 of those, I believe, actually were three-pointers. So he can light it up from deep, and one of the young Redskins we're going to see for a couple more years to come, even after this campaign. Under 6 to play now. Redskins on top, 50-21 over the Wildcats. Redskins have held Napoleon to 4 second-half points here thus far. Ambus trying to get it up ahead to Scott. Pass gets taken away, and Napoleon coming back with Cruz.
Napoleon hasn't given up. They're still double teaming on the defensive end, trying to make something happen. 5 minutes to go.
Town, nice pass to Warnicki. Shot gets knocked away by Scott. Reed Miracle, three-pointer is good. And make that 24 three-pointers on the season for Miracle. Corner 3 ball is good by Mitchell Cruz. And that may be one of the few three-pointers we've seen made by Napoleon tonight. His basket's just not easy to come by for the Wildcats.
Cruz still says, right back at you. Right back at you.
And now Ambus double team near the half-court mark. Adam Scott to Brady Erb. Nice pass by Scott over to Erb. We saw it earlier, and Erb had to go to the free throw line, but that time he's able to convert for the bucket.
Got a foul.
And a foul here near half-court for the Redskins. And that's going to be Noah Ambus, his second. Redskins team 5th. Drew it back into the ball game for the Napoleon Wildcats here with 4:35 to play in this one. Now Cruz to Town. Now Drew it up top, long three-pointer, and he leaves it short. as Scott lets it go out of bounds. That'll be Redskin basketball.
Been a rough night for Napoleon from beyond the arc.
Not able to get much of anything going here offensively. Only 7 second half points here with half of the fourth quarter remaining.
Been a rough go of it.
Now Scott trying to drive baseline, and he gets the bucket. And that's a new career high for Adam Scott as he goes over 20 points. He's got 21. And as I mentioned, able to finally get over that 19-point hump that I highlighted earlier. He's had that at least a half a dozen times here over his last 2 seasons. And now he's going to check out of the game as Nate Ambus comes in, as Scott gets the standing O as he goes to the bench. Great to see him finally get over that, get past that 19-point ceiling that we've been talking about. And now Druitt Mitchell Cruz, long 3-pointer, and he's got it. Wildcats getting something going here from the perimeter late, as Cruz is the first of the Napoleon Wildcats to get into double figures tonight. That 3-ball gives him 10. And Dylan Emberford has come into the game for the Wildcats as well, as Reed Miracle tries to zip a pass inside, stolen away by the Wildcats, and now coming the other way is Simon Town, and he's going to get fouled by Gage Shank. Shank trying to plead his case here, but with 3.5 remaining, and the Redskins with a 30-point lead, don't think they're going to change the call there on that one.
Pretty sure Shank's going to be coming out here.
And Shank does check out of the ball game, and once again, as well as Brady Erb, as the Redskin faithful on their feet to congratulate them. And the second free throw by Simon Town is up and in. We actually have some new Redskins into the ball game for the first time tonight. Number 22, Isaac Webb, checks into the game. And we also have number 30, which is normally worn by Ryan Carrico. And I actually cannot identify that Redskin player. Maybe we'll try to get a name here for number 30 for the Redskins. There's now a bunch of young talent in for the Redskins.
Got it.
And he's got the 3-ball. Noah Ambus able to get it. And now he's into the scoring column. And ball gets kicked out of bounds by the Wildcats.
Gotta be some fun for these Wapak kids to get in here and get some time.
And let's take a look at who is on the floor right now for the Redskins. Starting with number 5, Nate Ambus, a junior, seeing some varsity minutes here tonight. Also into the game for the Redskins, number 12, Reed Miracle, a sophomore. Number 22, Isaac Webb. Number 21, he's a junior. And number 21, Noah Ambus, a freshman we've talked about a lot tonight, and still trying to figure out who number 30 is on the floor for the Redskins. We apologize, and we'll see if we can try to get that to you here shortly. Long 3-pointer on the way, and another one. Grant Strock able to hit for the Wildcats. And if you're Coach Joe Good, you got to wonder where this was the whole game, starting to heat up from 3 here late. Doug Davis going to take a timeout, and I think this is to get some subs into the ball game here. Some young players, and we'll try to take a look at who they are. And we do know now who was on the floor for the Redskins, the unidentified Redskin, number 30. That is Austin Schulte, and he is a 6-foot sophomore, seeing his first varsity action. And I know we got a couple of other Redskins into the game here as well. We'll see out of the timeout just who that is.
I'll tell you one thing, Austin, they're not going to be gun shy. They're going to come in here and try to score the ball. Minute 54 to go.
Yeah, well, this is plenty of playing time for them to get a couple shots up here.
Minute 54 to go. I mean, they're just going to have some fun, play some basketball.
These guys are fresh. And now let's see also into the ball game. I believe that's Trevor Crow, as well as I believe that's Brandon Schneider. I could be wrong here. We don't have either one of them here in our roster, so we apologize as Isaac Webb puts up the three, and it's no good. The Redskin bench, with a minute and a half left, they're rooting on some of these younger guys, hoping they can get some buckets in some of their first varsity action. And that's cool to see that from your teammates there standing up when you try to fire up a three.
I don't think Wapak's going to take their time looking for hoops here. I think they're going to be firing it up, trying to get there some points.
And that's Schulte with it, gives off. Trevor Crow, three-pointer as he gives the three to the dome. And the Redskins not afraid here to try to put up some points as the smile is ear to ear for him. And now Nate Ambus with it up ahead to Schulte. The Redskins bench rooting on all these younger players. That's really cool to see here tonight. And have a Napoleon foul against Grant Strock, and now Nate Ambus is going to go to the line for some free throws.
Sometimes a game like this can really help your team dynamic, especially in a tournament. You know, everybody sort of gets on the same page because everybody's having a good time and get in tuned with one another, and that can carry over to the next game in the tournament.
And I was actually wrong there on the three-pointer. That was actually by Garrett Seifring for the Redskins. And he is actually a 6-foot freshman. I apologize, thought that was Trevor Crow, but I'm corrected, number 24, that's Garrett Seifring. But Trevor Crow is out there, he's number 13. I just had him and Seifring here mixed up. As now Isaac Webb kicks out to Ambus. Ambus, high floaters, no good. As we're under 30 seconds to play. And we're going to get a foul as Nate Ambus checks out of the ball game. And now Brandon Schneider is in, number 14. He is a 6'2 freshman, seeing his first varsity action as well. And now a corner three-pointer by Grant Strock. Napoleon, another triple here down the stretch. Shooting's kind of heated up as Seifring trying to go through the lane. And now first varsity bucket comes for the freshman, Brandon Schneider. And the smile from him also ear to ear. And the Redskins bench went wild as well as the crowd, and deservedly so. The Redskins are going to come home tonight with a 66-34 victory over the Napoleon Wildcats here in the sectional opener. Stay tuned after the break for the Game Face Ohio post-game show, where we'll be highlighting where the Redskins play after this. Stay tuned.
You're on the go and don't have time for cords to be tying you down. That's why TSC created the Cord Cutter Bundle. You get big savings for bundling internet and cable, and there's no phone requirement. Choose from 20 megabyte, 50 megabyte, or 100 megabyte speeds. No phone, minimal TV, and all lightning fast internet. Ask about the Cord Cutter Bundles and come home to TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Hello, Frost Roofing.
Frost Roofing holds the same core values our company was founded upon nearly 9 decades ago. We proudly provide quality craftsmanship and top-notch service to each client we serve. We're licensed by several major roofing manufacturers to give you the right recommendations at the best value for your investment. With state-of-the-art equipment, cutting-edge technology, and our honest way of doing business, Frost Roofing is our area's preferred commercial roofing experts. To learn more, visit frost-roofing.com or call 419-739-ROOF.
When you see an orange truck, you think GA Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because GA Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, GA Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, think green.
IC Signs designs, creates, and installs custom eye-catching signs. We use state-of-the-art technology to produce indoor and outdoor signs, LED message boards, and vehicle wraps. We can also help you with LED light conversion, sign refurbishing, custom t-shirts, promotional items, and your print needs. Whether you know what you want or have no idea, trust the experience of IC Signs. Call IC Signs at 419-738-6640.
Welcome back one final time to Lima Senior High School, and as you can see there, the Wapakoneta Redskins picking up the 66-34 victory tonight over the Napoleon Wildcats and the Division II sectional opener here at the Lima Senior High School. Thank you for joining us on the Game Face Ohio post-game show. This is Austin Scooter Scott beside Roman Youngpeter, and Roman tonight, the Wapakoneta Redskins came at it early and often, and they ended up picking up this big 28-point victory tonight. Excuse me, I think I did my math wrong. It is 32 up there, Roman. But how are the Redskins able to pick up this big win and advance on to the sectional championship game?
You know, Walpole came out on both ends of the floor, and, you know, especially on offense, they knew they had an advantage with Scott down low. Napoleon didn't have an answer early on. They went to him early and often. Got ahead on the scoreboard, and did a good job of grinding it out on defense and controlling the pace of the game, and, you know, staying out in front enough to where, you know, the whole way through the 4 quarters, it really wasn't that close.
And on the Napoleon end, they really, I thought, had a lot of good looks offensively tonight, but Roman, they just could not buy a basket until the very end there when they kind of caught fire from beyond the arc.
You're right, but I think that's attributed to Walpole's good defensive play. They did a good job of, once someone did get beat down the middle on penetration, they did a good job sliding over and helping out and being strong and making it tough for Napoleon to get something up near the rim. So kudos to Walpole's defense as well as their offense.
And now let's take a look at the numbers here for the Wapakoneta Redskins tonight. They were led by Adam Scott, who established a new career high of 21 points. And that's his 19th double-digit game here in 22 appearances this season. That makes 10 games straight with double digits. Also in the scoring column for the Redskins, number 11, Aaron Good had 8 points. And Brady Erb also had 8. And the 6'1 senior, third-team All-WBLer Gage Shank came home with 7. Also getting into the score column tonight for the Redskins was Nick Schoonover, Nate Ambus, Reed Miracle, Jace Copeland, Noah Ambus, and also 2 freshmen that got into the ball game, Garrett Seifering, as well as Brandon Schneider, also picking up buckets there in their first varsity action here at the end of the night, which was really cool to see. So now the Redskins improved to 15-8 overall here on the season, and let's take a look at the Division II sectional bracket here to see who they'll be playing against here. On Friday night, they'll actually be back here at Lima Senior High School. As you look at the top of that bracket, the 2-seeded Elida Bulldogs already got the bye into the sectional championship game here at Lima Senior, and Defiance picked up the win actually over Bryan to move on. So it's going to be Elida and Defiance in the early game here at Lima Senior High School on Friday night. And down at the bottom half of the bracket earlier tonight, Shawnee was able to pick up the victory over the Toledo Scott Bulldogs. So they move on to the sectional championship game, and that is going to be the Wapakoneta Redskins' opponent as they move on. And that game will tip off roughly 8 o'clock on Friday night back here at Lima Senior High School to see who will pick up the sectional championship here. And the winner of that game will move on to the Ohio Northern University in Ada for the district semifinals. So thank you so much for joining us here tonight on Game Face Ohio. For everybody in our truck, Todd, Nick, and Ian, and all of our camera guys that do an excellent job night in and night out. And beside me is Roman Youngpeter, always providing great analysis for you at home. I'm Austin Scooter Scott saying keep on keeping on, everybody. And thank you for joining us on Game Face Ohio.